What's up, you guys? It's Mr. Elisha 26 here, and this is my 33-week update. So, changes. I've been noticing my voice is kind of doing some funky stuff, so I think my voice might be changing again. Kind of got a raspy, well, like a scratchy feel to it, and it's kind of raspy a lot. So, I'm not too sure if my chords are doing something or not. I'm happy with where my voice is now, but if it decides to go deeper, I'd be happy with that just the same. Just kind of like feels like I don't know, like I'm always kind of hoarse a little bit. That's kind of how I've been feeling lately. So yeah, that's just something I noticed in the past week and a half. But it's gotten a little bit worse this week. Last week I just thought it was because my allergies were acting up. So I'm on allergy medication now every day, and I haven't had any problems. So I'm thinking that maybe the tea's doing it. Let's see. Changes. Not a lot of changes, really. Besides that, and like facial hair growing in all down here. I'm getting kind of patchy and kind of bushy and stuff. I'm thinking about shaving it, just like taking this part off and all of this, maybe to grow back thicker and do the mustache this weekend. But I got a pimple right like fucking here, and I was so pissed about that. So I kind of want to wait to shave it because I don't want to, cut that or anything. Besides that, I haven't had really any changes. Um, just hair in all the same places. Still didn't work out this week. I'm gonna start back on Monday. My neck is feeling quite a bit better going to the chiropractor and stuff. So I think Monday I should be good to start back to my workout routine. I'm really, really like dying to get back into it. Like every day I see my equipment sitting in front of my dresser and I'm just like, fuck, man. But um, I think it'll be easy to get back into. 2 weeks is enough time to reverse. But like that first workout, like I went from nothing for months and months and months, and I totally did that workout with, felt good about it. So I'm probably gonna get back into that on Monday. Besides that, I just been drinking tons and tons of water to, keep my kidneys and my liver doing good. I went and had labs done yesterday, so I'll get the results back on that. They're testing the vitamin D, testing my kidney and my liver, well, my kidneys and my liver, and just checking my blood to see what's going on. I'm not having any T levels done because I had T levels done a bit ago, and the doctor said that I'm good to go for that. So they're gonna wait and do them in about 4 or 5 more months. But they said if I wanted to, I'd come in and get some done if I'm feeling kind of irregular or whatever. Besides that, oh, my toenails are growing like fast as fuck. Like I'm not gonna show you because it's ridiculous, but like I have to cut them like every like 7 or 8 days to go really fast. I don't know if that's the tea that makes men's toenails grow fast. I mean, my fingernails are growing fast too. They always grew fast, but like maybe it's summertime or something. I don't know if like getting a lot of sun makes your nails grow really fast. I live in Washington, so in the wintertime, it's not really sunny at all. So I don't know if all this sun we've been having since July is playing a part in this, but my toenails are growing fast as fuck, and I don't appreciate it because I get tired of clipping my toenails so often. It's just being lazy, but still. What else? I think that's about it. Okay, but I do have good news. So today was my first appointment for my new job, and it mainly consisted of like some testing, auditory tests, optometry tests, pulmonary pulmonary tests, just like testing to see how much of a lung capacity you have, because you might be working in an area where with asbestos, cadmium, what else? Arsenic and shit like that. So they want to see what your lung function is, pulmonary function test, and urine test and blood test today. So I got two dots in my arms from 2 days worth of fucking blood tests, but it wasn't that bad. But anyway, and so did all of that, which took 4 hours, but not just for me. It was a big group of us. So then today I had my security clearance appointment, and I was kind of worried because being transgender, I don't know how they're gonna take that. Plus, I had on there that I smoked marijuana. Well, I don't smoke right now, but I had on there that I had smoked marijuana, and I kind of had to put it because I was a registered green card holder here in the state of Washington. So they did a background check, and I said, "Oh no, I've never smoked marijuana before." And then here's a green card with a picture of my driver's license on it, like, yeah. They'd be like, you lied to the FBI, get out. So I had to put that on there, so I was a little worried about that, but just because it's so recent. But anyway, so we get to the place, and we're supposed to have these equip pages, which are basically like your security clearance signature pages, saying like, yes, I agree to a security clearance check. Um, yes, you can investigate my background. Yes, you can take my fingerprints, all that bullshit. And then saying that everything you put on there was correct. So, okay, I didn't read the directions. All right, that's the first and foremost. I didn't read the directions. I'm notorious for that sometimes. I don't read the directions, or I read them too late. So yesterday at like 3:45, I read that I needed my equip pages, and I was like, "What?" So I called the place which closes at 4 o'clock. Well, 3:45 is when I saw it. I called the place which closes at 4 o'clock. He's like, "Yeah, it's at the end of your package," and then he hangs up. Like, what package? If I'm asking you what they are, obviously I don't know where to get them. So I'm just like, man, fuck this shit. I'm just going there with no equip pages. I guess that's just what it's gonna be. So I get to the security and everybody has their fucking equip pages. So I'm gonna be like the only person with no equip pages. And I'm like, damn, now I'm gonna be that one kid who shows up on the first day of school and don't have a pencil or a piece of paper. That's gonna be me. Or I'm gonna be the one dude who show up to the college course thinking, oh, it's the first day, we're just gonna get the syllabus, and the teacher is talking about, launching into chapter one, and I ain't even bought the fucking book yet. So I was all like, so the dude sitting next to me was all like transferring his job from a subcontractor to the shipyard, so he didn't have no equip pages. He's like, I'm sure you're not the first person to not bring the equip pages. Don't worry about it. And anyway, what's the point of worrying? There's nothing you can do now. But I was like, I don't really give a fuck. Oh well. Well, I did, but I mean, I was like, kind of like just trying to be like, just chill, calm down. So we sitting out there, and all the people come back from lunch that do the security clearance stuff, and she calls my name, and I go in her room, and then she calls the dude. So we both in the room now, and I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like, well, your security clearance is good, and she's like, wait, Hurts? And I was like, yeah. And she's like looking at my badge because it's a green badge with no picture on there because I haven't gotten fully processed. I had just had my badge picture taken like 10 minutes before that. So she's like, hang on one second. So she starts typing in the computer and stuff, and then she's like, let me see your birth certificate. And so I hand it to her, which clearly still says female on it. And she's looking at it, and she's like, let me see your driver's license. So I hand it to her, and she's like, okay, well, your service-connected top secret clearance is still good for another year and a half, and you've got more than enough clearance level to work on the shipyard, so you don't have to do a security clearance at all. And I was like, yes! I was so excited because then I did need the equip pages, and I got to go back to work so I could make some more money, and it was just great. I didn't have to go through that weird thing where they're going to be asking me questions about my past and everybody I know. Everybody I know doesn't know I've transitioned yet. Like, there's a lot of people that I used to know that don't know. So that was kind of good. So I was glad about that. But that wasn't even the best part of today. The best part of today was that I show up this morning at 7:30. I leave work, go there, and from the jump, everyone was calling me Mr. Hertz, even though my paperwork, all of my paperwork, clearly said female on it, and most of the paperwork said Miss Hertz at the top because I haven't had my gender marker changed because I didn't want to change it right before they did an investigation into my background for a security clearance. So I was going to wait till after this whole process is done and then change it. So the best part was there was no misgendering going on at all today. I must have talked to about 8 or 9 different people doing different steps, and everybody said Mr. Hertz. My paperwork is clearly sitting in front of all these people. They're reading it. checking everything. It's got my gender marker on there as a F or female spelled all the way out. It's got Miss Hertz on there and everything, and no one said Miss Hertz. And I just felt like, yes, it was like I was on top of the world, just because, like, you go into places that have to do with the government, where what the paperwork says is what it is. And in any type of government environment, it's all about the paperwork, it's all about legal documentation. And even though my legal documentation said I was female, my birth certificate, all the paperwork that I had to fill out, all my medical stuff, everybody approached me with male pronouns, and they were like, yeah, good looking dude, welcome to the shipyard, blah blah blah. You're gonna fit in here with all the rest of the guys, just you get to your shop in the first couple days will be kind of like getting to feel things around, but then you'll just be one of the guys like everybody else. And I just felt good, because everybody there was like super 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 respectful of my choice. And like all the people that I was there with getting indoctrinated, they didn't know, but all the people who had access to my paperwork were totally respectful of my choice to transition. They might not understand it, or maybe they're against it, but nobody made that uncomfortable mistake of calling me Miss Hertz or she. It was always he. Everybody was totally supportive. And especially like in certain areas where my military records were pulled up with my social, because when they put my social in, my military records populated as well. And so here you see all the stuff, and no one said anything. So that was really what made my day so great, is that like I'm about to transition to a new job soon, and I was totally got red mail by everybody there. And then even the people who had access to my paperwork read me as mail, and that just made me feel fucking amazing. Like, there wasn't really, like, I don't know, too much else I could ask for. And that really was like one of those situations where things just went smoothly, and no hiccups at all. And the lady in the clearance department just told me, like, because I told her I was changing my name and my gender marker. She's like, when you change all that stuff, she was like, just bring in your legal documentation and we'll change it here in the computer system. And if you need a new badge, we'll print you out a new badge, and you'll be good to go. So it was really good to have just such a positive day, with these people that I've never met and who don't know anything about me. And that just really like boosted my confidence right there. So that's about it. This week, like I said, it wasn't too much going on this week. Just pretty much doing that. Oh, and then on Sunday, I took my sister to camp. My sister is hard of hearing, and she's fluent in sign language. She was deaf when she was younger due to like ear infections and stuff, but her ears repaired themselves. So like she's just hard of hearing now, so she's fluent in signs. So she went to deaf camp this summer for 3 weeks. So when I took her down there, like all the staff were reading me as male, like saying I was such a nice big brother to bring my sister to camp. And then everybody was asking me how old I was, and they were shocked I'm 27 and stuff. But it was just good that like these 3 days have been really great with just positive feelings about the way people are reading me and perceiving my transition. So yeah, that's about it. I don't have much else to talk about. I hope you guys all had a great week. Um, Shout out to all my trans guy followers, all my female followers. Um, and please don't be afraid to talk to me or ask any questions or whatever you have, because I'm here for you guys. So until next time, much love.